Hey guys, today's video is part of my Projector series and I'm quite excited to show you a product that's highly anticipated by the projector industry as part of the Valerion VisionMaster range, which is going to be launched very soon. I say it's a range because they are releasing several projectors to suit several budgets, but the one that I'm going to be reviewing today is the Valerion VisionMaster Pro 2, which is towards the top of the range, and it actually shares most of the features of their flagship product, the VisionMaster Max. Now, the Valerion VisionMaster range is still on Kickstarter right now, so you can still get one for a fraction of the cost of what they'll be when they're officially released, making them ridiculously good value for money. Now, Valerion themselves are a sister company of the very well respected projector brand AWOL. In this video, I'm going to be checking out its performance, both in ideal pitch black night conditions and in daylight conditions when coupled with the Valerion ALR Screen. Let me give you a general idea of how I have my Valerion VisionMaster Pro 2 set up in this studio. So it's up there, it's roughly about 3 meters from the screen. And on the other side of the room is the screen. This is a 120-inch ALR screen, ambient light rejecting screen for long throw projectors. This is the remote control, and as you can see, it's kind of made of brushed metal, and it has light up illuminated buttons as well. Really high quality, and as you can see, it's an engineering sample, as is the projector, because it's still a Kickstarter project. And the projector itself is stunning. There's no molded plastic on this thing. It is completely made of metal and glass. It just looks absolutely fantastic. It's mounted to the ceiling using a standard tripod mount. There is actually 2 other mounting points at the front if you unscrew the feet, but I'm okay just using the singular mount in the center for the tripod mount. And I've run wires across the ceiling to the cinema receiver. And to show you the connections on the back here, we have the main DC jack input. We have a SPDIF optical digital audio output here. We have a USB 3 port, a USB 2 port, and 3 HDMI ports, one of which is ARC compatible, so that you get that multi-channel audio from the HDMI as well. All HDMI ports are also CEC compatible, so the projector, the remote control, will actually control all of your devices as well, which is fabulous. And then you have the 3.5mm audio out jack, a Ethernet LAN socket, and the power button just there. And on the top here, or the bottom if we've got it ceiling mounted, is a physical on-off switch, and then the 4 LED lights which illuminate when the device is switched on. So here it is actually switched on, and as you can see, the image is way bigger than the actual screen itself, and that is because the 3-meter distance actually allows it to throw a much bigger image. I think it's probably about 150 inches at the moment, but obviously the screen is only 120 inches, so we need to change that. So we're going to go into the settings, go to projector, display zoom, and then we're going to use the optical zoom to move the image into the actual screen itself. And as my projector is not dead central, I am going to need to do a little bit of keystone correction as well. Projector, manual keystone. Now this does actually have auto keystone correction, but as with most projectors, it's not fantastic, and what's the point when you can just manually do it yourself? So this is 4-point keystone correction here. And there we go. And now we have a perfectly aligned, awesome quality screen. Right, before we get into testing, I'm going to try to light control as best I can. So I'm going to turn off all of the ambient blue lights that I have everywhere, so that we are just running with the projector and nothing else. There is going to be a little bit of glare from the white ceiling and white walls, which I will need to change at some point in the future, but you're going to get a general idea of what this projector is capable of. The Valerion operates via their MediaTek MT9618 SoC, which is a powerful quad-core media-based chipset with 4 GB of RAM. This means that the Google TV platform functions extremely smoothly, and this is surprisingly rare based on other smart projectors that I've played with. Google TV itself is pretty much the best you can get when it comes to smart TVs and projectors. It has excellent features, for example, enabling you to search across multiple different apps to find the TV show or movie that you're looking for. So with the power that the Valerion has, you simply don't need any external smart device like a Fire Stick. The most observant of you may have seen that I do actually have a Fire Stick plugged into the back of my Valerion VisionMaster Pro 2, but that's only because my engineering sample of the VisionMaster Pro 2 hasn't yet had the Netflix certification, which prevents me from running Netflix on Google TV. The finalized product, however, will go on sale soon and will not have this issue. In my somewhat light controlled room, the VisionMaster Pro 2 is capable of absolutely astonishingly bright, crisp, vibrant pictures made possible by the 3 lasers blasting 3000 lumens onto the screen. However, brightness is only one aspect of what makes these images so good. I cannot understate how important contrast is when assessing picture quality. Contrast is the difference between the darkest and brightest parts of the screen, and it greatly enhances perceived clarity. It is simply crazy how well this VisionMaster Pro 2 deals with contrast when the enhanced black level function is switched on. It absolutely blows any other projector I have ever tested out of the water by a considerable margin. Valerion say that their top-end VisionMaster range is capable of an astonishing 15,000 to 1 contrast ratio, and whilst I don't have the tools to be able to accurately measure contrast, I can see that it is very, very high. This is helped along with the pinpoint sharp 4K resolution, which is achieved via pixel shifting, along with Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and dynamic tone mapping. It is also IMAX enhanced to give you some true cinema heaven in the comfort of your home, and even has active 3D, so you can watch real 3D content. Now, as this is a laser projector and I am using an ALR screen, an ambient light rejecting screen, there is some laser speckle, and it's not terrible by any means. My partner can't even see it. I can see it because I'm looking for it, but it's only really visible at night and when you're looking at very, very bright areas of the screen. Now, for daytime viewing, 2 main things should be taken into consideration with any projector. One is to try to light control the room as much as possible to get the best possible image, the best possible contrast. And to do that, I'm simply going to be closing the blinds in here so that I'm reducing the light as much as humanly possible. Now, the 120-inch screen that I have here was provided by Valerion, and it came in a massive, heavy box and had to be assembled, which I found quite fun actually. I did it in around 2 hours. They even provided me with something to put on the floor prior to actually putting the screen fabric on the floor to ensure that it was kept clean at all times. So this was actually a very easy endeavor, and once it was done, all I had to do was hook it onto the wall. And this is what it's like when I've closed the blinds in the studio. So as you saw, they're just Venetian blinds, by no means completely blocking out light. There's still plenty of ambient light in this room, but the difference is, well, it's like night and day, literally. You actually can see the significant quality of the Valerion VisionMaster Pro in this light. So I'm not just talking, of course, about the spectacular 4K pinpoint Ultra HD definition, but also the fact that the coloring is absolutely spectacular, and you have this lovely enhanced black level of the Valerion, which does actually make a significant difference even in lighter circumstances like this, because there's such a difference between the very brightest parts of the images and the dark blackness of the image as well. So it just gives you such an amazing view. And if you have kids, or if you have the mind of a child like I have, then you will find that anything that is animated just looks crazy on this projector as well, just because of the insane brightness that you have with it, and the coloring just looks so beautiful as well. Let's talk about gaming, and the Valerion is again ridiculously good. Turning on its game mode, the whole Valerion range is capable of a 4 millisecond response time. That is insanely fast for a projector and is in gaming monitor territory. This means that you can easily use the Valerion for competitive online gaming. Using the Keystone correction will double the latency to 8 milliseconds, but even this is still a great reaction time. And to be honest, over the past couple of weeks, I've had great fun playing games on this projector with no issues at all. From an audio perspective, there are 2 things to take into consideration. The first is the internal speaker. Yeah, it works with some decent volume, but it does ultimately lack range. But if I was using the Valerion as a portable projector for a temporary setup, which I can do because it comes with that carry case, then I'd find the speaker fine. But because I have a permanent setup, it would be ridiculous for me to invest in this top-end lifestyle projector for my home theater and not attach it to a specific audio system. As I've said before, that would be a little bit like buying a Ferrari and then only driving it in first gear. The other audio related subject is the fan noise, and it's also another area where the Valerion is king. Yeah, I can hear the fan when my room is silent, but it is very quiet. But when I'm watching any kind of content, even if it's with the VisionMaster's own speaker, I just don't hear that fan, ever. Now it's actually pretty crazy that you can actually get this projector for around $2,000 if you back them on Kickstarter. It is such an amazing projector with features which are considerably better than pretty much any other projector in this price point. And even when it does go up to the $3,500, which is what the VisionMaster Pro 2 is going to be released at, it is still going to be the best projector that you can get for that price point. I definitely know which projector I'm going to be using for my personal use going forward here. I hope this video was useful, and as usual, if I've missed anything or if there's any additional information that you'd like, please just comment in the section below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Until next time.